Hey beer geeks and teetotalers.
Welcome back to the Craft Beer Channel.
We just want to say a huge congratulations to everyone who made it through Dry January this year.
Yeah, we didn't do it, we didn't bother, but you've got our sympathy and congratulations to you.
You absolutely do. We did though come down to the Brewdog AF Bar in Old Street a couple of times, an amazing place with 15 taps and some delicious food, and we learnt a lot that we'll be taking through to the rest of the year.
Yeah, it kind of blew me away because I always thought alcohol-free beer was like dull and like really thin and boring. But their stuff is kind of amazing.
Yeah, we thought their stuff was really excellent, so we've teamed up with them to prove that alcohol-free beer does not have to be dull. So welcome to the Brewdog AF Bar.
Johnny, what the hell are we doing here, and how the hell have they made this Punk AF taste quite this delicious?
That's a very fair question, and I'm not entirely sure yet. Maybe it's because they haven't brewed it up to 5.6 and de-alcoholized it like a lot of people do. Maybe they've brewed it to strength, or maybe it's just because they know how to make a really sessionable hoppy IPA.
To be honest, mate, I don't think I could pick this out of a blind taste test.
Well, that's a seamless link, Brad, because that's exactly what we're going to do. But we're going to be looking for two things, because Brewdog aren't just looking to fool anybody into thinking that this isn't an alcohol-free beer. They're just trying to prove that alcohol-free beer can be delicious. So in this blind taste test, we're going to pick our favourite, regardless of strength, and then we're still going to try and pick out the alcohol-free beer with a twist.
What's the twist?
Well, if we get one wrong,
yes,
that person is doing Dry February. We're going to do 4 rounds of blind taste testing, taking in the 4 alcohol-free beer styles that Brewdog make: West Coast IPA, New England IPA, Berliner Weisse, and Stout. Each time we'll put an alcohol-free beer in with 2 full strength beers, choosing our favourite and which we think is the alcohol-free beer. We promise this is legit.
So Johnny, we've reached that critical point in every party. It's time for blindfolds on.
How come you get a Brewdog one?
How come you didn't come on the aeroplane with me?
Well, that's a good question.
Hey.
It's a good question. Right, can you see anything, Brad?
Not anymore.
No,
just
nor can I.
Pure darkness.
All right, let's bring out the IPAs.
All right.
I'm assuming somebody's heard that. Nobody tells you how warm your eyes get during kinky sex. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Right, first one.
Right to left.
Right to left.
Okay. Cheers, Johnny.
Are you holding out your glass?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really fruity.
Very fruity.
Creamy.
It's like kind of like wine gum levels of fruity to me.
There's the next one. Still fruity, more caramel malt character.
Yeah, for sure.
A bit more sherbety, lemony.
This is difficult, isn't it? Okay, that was good. You on to the third?
Whoa, yeah. That's pungent, that one.
That's a big boy.
Loads of resin and pine. Right, Brad, which is your favourite and which do you think is the low alcohol?
I feel like I know which is low alcohol, but I also feel like it might be my favourite.
Oh, right.
Which is
Same
kind
for
of
both.
Controversial. Yeah. I think it's the one on the right. I mean, it smells amazing.
Yeah, so that's the first one we tasted.
Yeah, it smells and it tastes amazing. It's kind of surpassed what I thought a low alcohol beer could do.
Okay. Well, I think I agree with you. It's the low alcohol.
Yeah.
And it is delicious.
Yes.
The middle one was a bit more old school West Coast.
Yeah, a bit more malty.
And my favourite, I think, was probably the third one we tasted. Okay, so here we're looking for juice and body and big old
hazy boys. We definitely can't look at the haze. That's
no,
for sure.
We'll never know.
No.
Okay, I'm going in. Classic New England smell.
Lovely.
Juicy, bit of citrus on top of that layered.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Relatively light body for a New England IPA, but I think nice as a result. A bit more orange juicy than like mango juicy. Okay, number 2.
Number 2.
Lighter, lemonier. but still some juice, still some
Yeah, it feels a bit softer on the nose.
guava or something. Again, not bad body. Crisper.
Crisp, very crisp.
Which is not something you necessarily associate with New England.
No, I'd say it's
But
almost a crispy boy there.
But it's still got that residual juice at the finish. You're breathing back out, and there's loads of juicy flavours
Yeah,
coming.
and I'm getting a bit of bitterness as well, actually, at the end, for sure.
Okay, number 3. So interestingly, all 3 of them have quite similar body. And you'd expect with a 0.5% beer,
To be a lot thinner.
one of them would be a lot thinner, but they've all got great body. Maybe the first is the thickest, just.
Yeah, this is throwing me a little bit. I know number 3 is big boy. It's got a lot of, I'm getting alcohol burn from it.
Yeah.
It's voluptuous, Johnny.
So I reckon the low alcohol is number 2,
yeah, could be, yeah.
and my favourite is number 1.
Definitely, I think number 2. I think it's great still, and like the body is super
Yeah,
impressive.
I can't believe that's still there. Amazing.
I think I like number 3 best.
Okay, so fruited sours round.
Yeah.
So we're looking for tartness, fruitiness, and a zippy refreshingness, I guess.
Yeah, I want to make dolphin noises by the end of this.
Brad wants to be flipping.
Okay.
That smells great. Raspberry jam.
Oh, oh, sublime.
Really great.
Gentle. It's a gentle sourness.
Glorious.
It's like, yeah, that's lovely. That's very quaffable.
I'd crush that all summer.
Oh,
Cheers,
hello.
by the way. So that's a slightly richer fruitiness.
Yeah.
Maybe a lighter fruit, I don't know.
I'm getting a zing off this one, off the nose.
Not a red fruit.
Very tangy.
Pineapple-y or grapefruity or something.
Yeah, I'm getting like straight up Haribo Tangfastics.
Yep. Which is a compliment, by the way.
I love those things.
Yeah. That's great. A little bit more body than the first.
So
A little bit acetic.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of vinegar.
Yeah,
but
it's
in a lovely way.
balsamic-y vinegary vibe for me.
Yeah. Maybe it's cherry sour then. Maybe that's why we're getting that association. That's got loads of body, loads of pippy, like biting down on cherry pips. So that's clearly alcoholic because that's got loads of like characteristics of fermentation going on. I'm torn on the first 2.
The smell of the first one is so
smells-
soft and
That does smell like Bakewell.
yeah, it's amazing.
Raspberry jam. Oh, no,
Yeah.
Victoria Sponge with raspberry jam. That's what that smells like.
It's a great smell, that.
I'm going to say that number 1 was low alcohol, but I think that's my favourite one.
I mean, that's a close call for me for favourite between that and the third one. I think the third one's awesome. I just want to have a big slice of some sort of chocolate gâteau or something.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Wow.
Wouldn't it? Oh yeah.
Very indulgent.
Yeah. So you're saying 3's your favourite? And
3's my favourite.
1's low alcohol?
I think so.
So stout round.
Let's do it.
Oh, chocolatey.
Oh yeah.
Loads of milk chocolate. Tiny bit of roast, but that's all about milk chocolate. Nice bit. Pretty low ABV. That could be it.
That's
Nice and
tricky.
light and crisp.
That's gorgeous.
Okay, this one. A little bit roasty, but still milk chocolate. Little hints of vanilla or something. That's a bloody lovely beer, whatever that is. That's my kind of stout.
Let's do it for you, is it?
That's doing it for me, number 2.
It's very well rounded. It is quite complex, like you say, isn't it?
And then this one, fruity, coffee.
Oh, that's
Roasty.
100% coffee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Smells great. Smells like a cold brew.
That's going to wake you up.
Is that a play on words? You reckon that's the wake up call?
Potentially.
I loved all 3 of those beers.
Yeah.
They were all delicious.
Yes, for sure, man.
I'm going to say my favourite is number 2.
I'm going to go for 3 as my favourite, which is interesting. Because
So I was going to say 3 is low alcohol, and you're saying 3 is your favourite as well.
I think maybe. I think it is. I think it's low alcohol. I do.
Yeah. So you're saying 3 and 3, and I'm saying 2 and 3. Let's get these cleared away, and then we'll reveal. Where's the camera? The results. So we should now be set up for the big reveal. Brad, we can remove our impossibly warm blindfolds and be blinded.
I feel like a mole man. What's going on?
How do you feel? Do you think we did all right?
I think you absolutely smashed it in
Yeah?
terms of like.
Setting yourself up for a fall here. First round, IPAs.
Yeah.
You said you liked the first one the most, and it
Yeah.
was the low alcohol.
I think so. Yeah. I
And
don't know what's happened to me, Johnny. I'm a
January.
reformed character.
And I said first one was low alcohol, and the third one was my favourite. So we can reveal, yeah, so we're right with number 1, that's Punk AF. It was the lactose that gave it away, the hop aroma was banging. Dead Pony was the slightly malty IPA, West Coasty, that makes a lot of sense, I love that beer. And then we have, Punk IPA, obviously.
Of course.
So the next round is hazy or New England IPAs.
Yeah.
I said that 1 was my favourite.
Three for me.
3.
Yeah.
And we both said that number 2 was the low alcohol.
Yeah.
Hazy Jane, which is a delicious beer, so that was my favourite. And you picked the New England, the Cloudwater. There you go, man.
Trendy.
You can pick out a Cloudwater beer, that's for sure.
Guy.
And yeah, we were right with Hazy AF. I was blown away by how big the body was on that.
Yeah. How big are these? These are big boys.
6.8.
Bonkers.
6.8, 7.2, and it's competing with that. I think this was the toughest round.
Yeah.
We had to go back between the first 2 to try and work out which one we thought was low alcohol.
It was real tough.
Yeah, and we both plumped for number 1. And you said number 3 was your favourite. That was a big old...
Yeah, I mean, that was obviously
big
massive.
Yeah.
And I want to eat a massive bit of cake with it and just melt into a sofa. But
Smelling while melting.
Yes.
I like it. So yes, Raspberry Blitz, that is the low alcohol.
Got you. Right. That's good.
Beer, so we got that right. And I am absolutely incredulous as to how that is so delicious. Yeah. Lemon, tangerine, grapefruit. There you go.
It's a little bit more tropical.
On the
zingy. It's really zingy.
It was. And then your favourite.
Just big.
Comes in a big bowl. There we go. So Macella, right? Yeah. With cherries. Final reveal. If we get this right, we got all 4 right.
Called it.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but also they're all amazing. So you know, whatever happens,
everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm shaking a little bit, but I think that's alcohol withdrawal. Okay, you ready?
Do it.
There we go. Okay. We did get number 3 as wake up calls. The coffee was the main difference here, not the any lack of body, any lack of flavour. It was just it just had coffee and loads of coffee.
So, I just can't get my head around why that is quite so good. Why, Johnny? Why?
It blew me away, and I'm not 100% sure. So let's get a pint and let's have a chat about it. So luckily, neither of us will be doing Dry February, except possibly by choice. It's the first time we've taken the idea of delicious alcohol-free beer seriously, and the first time that we've seen the potential range that can be achieved. So, do they stand up to their full-strength friends? So Brad, let's address the obvious question first. Were the alcohol-free beers as good as the alcoholic beers?
To be honest, I'm not a fan of alcohol-free beers in general, usually, but I was kind of blown away by the flavour and the smell. I thought it was amazing.
What was really interesting is we always think about alcohol-free beers being like a worse version, like a compromised version. These beers were different, and that's why we picked them out, but they were not worse.
No.
They were just different flavours to them. They seemed much lighter and crisper. Yeah. But they still had plenty of body. They weren't watery. They were still really complex compared to the full alcoholic versions of them.
Definitely.
And I think that comes from a couple of things. The addition of lactose helps the body, helps the depth. The fact that they're brewed to strength, so lots of alcoholic beers aren't. They're brewed to say 4%, and then they're de-alcoholized through a complicated process. These beers were brewed to 0.5%.
So they're always intended.
Yeah, a ton of grain, a ton of different grains that aren't adding alcohol, and they've been treated then the same way as their full flavour counterparts from that point onwards. Obviously, Punk, which is their core beer, again was really surprised by how much hoppy aroma they got into it. So many low alcohol beers I have, that hop aroma's gone, and you think, well, surely the hop aroma is what you should be getting right. There's loads of big pine tropical aromas on this beer that we're drinking now, and I'm just delighted that on the road. Where we spend much of our time, we'll still be able to have some beers at some of the best pubs in the UK. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the Craft Beer channel if you enjoyed this video.
And if you're still hanging around on YouTube, why not check out Brewdog's new effort, Brewdog Network.
Awesome.
Cheers.